Nandini Uppluri is a mindset transformer coach, a trainer, a YouTuber, a poet, and has a strong passion to empower those who suffer with depression and anxiety. Let's get to know more about it from Nandini Uppluri. Hi Nandini, good morning. How are
Good
you?
morning. I'm very well. How are you?
So nice to have you here.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm really happy to be here.
It's a pleasure.
Same here.
So Nandini, you have been teaching earlier, right?
Yes.
And then you ventured into coaching. So how did this happen?
That's a good question. I think I've always been a natural born teacher. I mean, I even remember when I was a little kid, maybe 8 years old, I used to dream of having tuitions for the other smaller kids in first class, and stuff like that. So I love teaching and explaining concepts because I love learning things in a very systematic way. So I got into teaching as sort of a survival thing, actually, because the place I was in my life, I wanted to earn money, and the only qualification I had was an English language teaching certification. So I know that whatever I do with full love.
100%.
Yeah. And my approach has always been a very heart-centered approach. So even when I teach people, I want them to love what they're studying. I don't want them to hate it or think it's like a big task and I have to learn it.
Yeah, that makes more interesting and enjoyable.
Yes. So I've been teaching the English language, for about, I think this December, 2023, will be 7 years.
7 years,
Yeah.
7 long years.
7
My God,
years, yes. Before that, I worked in the radio industry, and before that also, actually, for a year, I was a teaching assistant, helping with students with learning, additional needs in learning, such as students on the autistic spectrum, dyslexic students, things like that. So I think I love being around young people and their creativity, their energy, and for myself, I have really, really needed to come out of a lot of things I had been struggling with, such as depression, anxiety, insomnia. I had lots of skin issues that were also related to stress.
Yeah, that happened because of stress.
Yes.
So you already come out of it.
So that's sort of where this new chapter begins.
Okay.
For years and years, ever since I've been a teenager, I've been reading self-help books. I studied philosophy, psychology, a lot of these things. However, all I got to know was what my problems are and small little tactics on, here's how I can, manage my time if I have attention deficit disorder, or, here's how I can try to have sleep hygiene to sleep better, like they say, don't look at your phone for the last hour of the day, things like that. So those techniques might work on a moment-to-moment sort of lifestyle basis, but they don't touch the root of the problem, which is how I never learned how to deal with stress, how I made myself feel more stressed because I'm so used to being stressed. So all the self-sabotaging things, if I know I'm supposed to come here and be here at 11, will I stay in bed longer because I'm worried about it? And that will make me late, and that will make me worry even more. And then I get stuck in traffic, and I'm like, I knew it, I would not make it on time, So it comes down to our beliefs and how we think we are, who we are, and how we operate in the world. So it was actually quite recently, it was in May 2023, this year, that I was at one of the lowest points in my life, and really clueless about where to go. Is this world just not the right world for me? Why am I so soft and sensitive and everyone is killing each other? Because there was a lot of negative news. The news is a horrible place.
More on the social media and all.
No, I wouldn't say social media. I would say the mainstream news.
Mainstream, yes.
Being a person who lives in Delhi.
I agree with you totally, because you open any newspaper, there's nothing positive about anything.
Nothing positive.
You see any news channel, there's nothing positive.
Exactly.
It's something unproductive, I would say.
And it's really emotionally draining to
Yes,
deal with it.
Very true. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
So that's a great thing that you came out of it.
Yeah, so I found a coach actually,
You found a
who,
coach, okay.
and like she had some program, and I didn't really know. I knew nothing about the coach, but the program seemed interesting. It was like have a mental retreat, and I was like, ooh, that sounds nice. I can't afford to go to Goa and lie on a beach. I don't want to. I don't want to go to the mountains again. I suffered over there. Let me try an online mental retreat.
Lovely.
So it was not a retreat, it was nothing relaxing, it was like hardcore who you are, who your parents are, blah blah blah. And I was ready to do the work, even though I didn't expect it. And what came out of it was just the realizations. It's like, if you know how sometimes in a very thin book you have
Yeah.
two pieces of paper,
Yes.
and you're trying to look at the page underneath without flipping it open. You're like trying, you're like, what are these words? It's like the book was now all open. I could turn to any page
Well,
and read my story.
everything is open.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So it was, that was a
Great.
beginning.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
No, that's really great, but there are a lot of youngsters these days who are going through similar kind of depression kind of thing. What advice do you give? What advice or any suggestions that would help them?
Well, I'm very thankful for this question, because I believe whether it's depression, whether it's anxiety, whether it's money problems, whatever it is, number one, I think it's very important for people to feel supported in where they are, because I think it's the opposite of helpful for someone to say, oh, think of someone else who's in a worse situation, or you have it easy, your life was harder before. Because in the end, one of my favorite lines about depression is, whether you're in a swimming pool or whether you're in the ocean, if you're drowning, you're drowning.
You have to swim back, fight back.
No, I don't know. I think it's like you have to learn to realize that your body can float. And we believe that, no, we have to panic, we have to splash our arms. What if we just relax into it and see if our body, lifts us up? So what's the best thing I would say? I would say just one key thing is know that the way you believe the world is, it is like that because of what you believe. So if a person believes that the world is a bad place and people around them are bad, or they themselves are bad, that is just one story. And not everyone in the world thinks the same thing. And all these stories have developed over time, so this moment can be your time to try to change that story and make your body and your mind used to the change in a positive direction.
Very true, very true. Very well said. So coming back to your coaching,
Yes.
so how's it going? Like how long you've been in coaching, and what are your main stream of coaching?
Yeah, so I have maybe like a few clients that I've coached a little bit here and there. However, I'm about to start a Discover Your Own True Colors journaling program, where over 7 weeks we are going to look at ourselves, actually. I'm not here to say I know philosophies, I know the meaning of life or anything, but I believe we all have that within us, and we have to unveil, we have to open up that book of ours. And that is so scary. It's like all these chapters are like, no, I don't want to look at that again. It's just too painful, too tough, too scary. Oh, I don't like who I used to be. Our childhood, no, I don't want to think about that. No. But it's like, that is what affects our current situation. So if we are feeling stuck where we are, or if we're not happy with where we are, we cannot move forward without looking back. This is like my formula, which I'm just going to share with all of you right now. My formula starts very simple. It's birds fly together across realities. Birds fly together across realities. B, beliefs. Fly, feelings. Together, thoughts. And then we have actions across, and realities as your result and your reality. So when people want to change their results, like, I want more money, I don't have enough money. What's the result? Oh, I want more money. What action should I take, right? Where should I invest? What should I do? What skills should I gain? Wait a second. That's like the last part of the whole formula.
Wow.
It's beliefs and our feelings and our thoughts. Unless we feel like something is a right action, we don't do it. We are always trying to use our thoughts to convince our feelings. right? Like if someone
Right.
says, invest, you're young, you don't have to save up right now, and I'm feeling scared, I'm trying to make myself not be scared, but it's my feeling that I have to change. But even deeper than the feeling is the belief. What belief led to that feeling? The belief would be, I don't trust the stock market. I don't trust my luck. I don't think I'm educated enough to do this. I think I will fail. These are my beliefs which make me feel insecure.
So nicely you put it across.
Yay!
So wonderful.
Thank you.
So what are your future plans? How do you see yourselves down the line?
I live life and I take life day by day, moment by moment,
Wow.
but with joy now. Before it was like, how do I survive today? I woke up, why did I wake up? You know, it was so much pain. But now I am actually looking a little bit more into the future. So I'm excited about this program and what this program will do for other people and for myself. I'm going to call it Unleash Your True Colors.
Unleash your true colors.
Yeah, get to know yourself. Like, who are you, you know, in every way. And we're going to go step by step, emotion by emotion with the chakras as well.
When is your next this thing coming up?
In January.
Jan, it's very close.
Yes, it's only a few weeks away. If you don't mind, would you be able to put the details in the description?
Sure, definitely. Yes.
Awesome. So the details will be in the description of this video.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Whole
that.
thing with the description.
Yeah, it will be very helpful. So that's my, next step.
Mm-hmm.
What will come beyond that? I trust that I will know that when the time is right. And I trust because I'm here, I learned very young because I've been working since I was 18.
Wow.
So I've had some odd little jobs ever since I was 18. So yeah, so I know that whatever I do, I have to help others. That's the only way I can
That's wonderful.
do things. So I'm here to serve, and I'm here to make sure that if you want to do it and you can't pay the fee, contact me because I don't want there to be any barrier to you.
Yeah. Like they say, whatever you give comes back to you.
That's a belief. Some people believe that and it works for them.
It works.
Right? And for people who believe, no, every time I give, people just take. And it never comes back to me. They will want to hold everything and protect it. Right?
Giving is what makes things go wrong.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Anything else you would like to say to my viewers finally before we end the session?
Sure. I mean, I just want to say that I really, really appreciate you. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, we've known each other for a few months. We were in a course together, right?
True.
But having met you in person and seen your vision for this YouTube channel and your philosophy, how you're taking it step by step, learning, it has truly inspired me and made me feel so happy that you're a little older than me, right?
No, I'm not.
That people are willing
A few years.
Few years, right? Just a little older. I'm very old, right? So people are willing to start something new with such an openness and humbleness. Like when you say that I'm starting out, this is what I want to do, I'm going to take it slow. I want us all to have that approach in life. I want to have that approach in life. Like I've been doing YouTube for a while and I was frustrated. I was like, come on, why are my followers not increasing, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, wait a second. Every video gets at least 8 views. If 8 people were sitting in front of me and I was talking to them, I would be so excited.
Just do like, subscribe and watch.